All right, this is a short demonstration of the things that we need to do to make print-on-demand reorders a reality. And our overall goal here is to save you guys some time and energy by helping automate the reorder process. So getting started, every product, or most specifically books, because we're not talking about the CDs or the audios at this point, we're talking about the books, will need to be updated with 4 pieces of data. One is the cost center and the GL, which always has come to us before on the purchase order, but now we won't be getting a purchase order, so the cost center and GL we will have to have in the product record. We need a reorder point, and that is the quantity at which the system goes, okay, it's time to order more. And then we'll need a reorder quantity, which is the quantity of when the system says, okay, it's time to reorder more. The reorder quantity is how many we order. Some of these things can be automated, like cost center and GL. I believe that we will be updating those. As far as reorder point and reorder quantity, if you think for 90% of your books those will be the same, we can do a mass update and change everything at once, and then only go back and change the ones that aren't the same, the exceptions. If you believe that every book will be different, then we'll have to do that one at a time, which is the process that I want to show you. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to Interlink 1, and I'm going to show you how we update a product record. So I'm going to log in as Mike Mirabello. So we'll see things just as Mike sees them. The easiest way to do this is to go to part usage and inventory check. And let's just take a look at one product like UMDS. That's a popular book. You can see we're just waiting down there. So we have UMDS 3.4. Now I can click right here on the link and go directly to the part record. So I have UMDS 3.4, product description, unit cost. Here is that reorder point. And right now we are waiting till we get down to 0 to reorder that, or for the flag to be thrown that it's time to reorder. Well, that's a fairly popular book. We probably don't want to wait that long. So let's put it down to 25, and let's say that the quantity we want to reorder is also, let's say it's 50. So some of the other things that we have, cost center at the moment is being used as book, product type book, classification, build on demand, state restrictions. Under comments, we are going to put the cost center and the GL, and we're going to just make something up at this point for X's, and we're going to do the same for GL. And then I'm going to hit submit. So we have updated that product in our system. Another way that we could update it is so that's every product. Now, doing that for every single one-on-one would be fairly overwhelming. So what we probably want to do is do an automated data import, and then we'll go back and just change the ones that don't fit the mold. If you wanted to put in special notes, which I believe is my next slide, so the ongoing process. So we've looked at every product getting updated with cost center, GL, reorder point, and reorder quantities, and as I said, we can automate that. The next part is the ongoing process. Well, how to change reorder points and why you would change reorder points. Maybe it's a dog and it's just not selling at all, and so you don't want to say, hey, when I get down to 25, let's reorder it. You guys have identified it as a dog, so you want to wait till you have 0, or you want to wait till you have 3, because there's no sense reordering it. Or if you know, for example, that you're going to be selling a lot of them, that the market's going to pick up, you're having a special marketing effort for that book, we can actually increase the reorder point so that you wait till you have 25 and you're reordering 100. Or if you know that you'll be needing them for conferences, those sorts of things, you can change those reorder points on the fly, and those changes will be reflected. Adding notes. This is the way that we will prevent reorders on titles that are being updated, or you guys identified as that one's going out of print, so we never want to do another reorder, or just if you identify a product that shouldn't be part of this automated reorder process. And it's also a great place to do special requests, and that's real easy to do. So we're still logged in here. We're still going to go to part usage and inventory check. And let's go ahead and go to the UMDS product again. UMDS. This is a product that is updated very frequently. So it's probably one that you wouldn't want to have in a automated process, or that you would want to have the option to say, hey, don't do that because I know a change is coming. So just to the right, you will see that there is a little sticky note, and you can click on the little sticky note for the book, and you can see the cost center is there, and I wrote a test note earlier just to make sure that this is working, and you could put not available for reorders and submit the comment, and then you would see that it is not available for reorders. Now, where that displays is in the emails that come through for the reorder points. Like for this EBSD book, if you look all the way down at the bottom, this comments from part record, if any, all those comments would be displayed right here. So when Judy gets this email, the first place she would look is right here, and it would either have no comments, which means, hey, we are free to proceed, or it might say not available for reorder, or whatever we decide the wording should be to make that happen. So that is, that was an excellent place to look. So it has the book, it has what the current on hand is, all the monthly averages, last receipt, completes data. If indeed this would have, if we had how many to order, if this had a reorder quantity assigned to it, that would show up in her as well, and it would tell Judy to order another 25, right? You have 10 on hand. When she gets this email, that means it's time to order another 25 or another 50 or whatever, or another 10, whatever you guys decide is the correct number. So that is that process. We've seen, so at this point we've seen how to how to update a record, what the ongoing process would be, and then billing. We're going to have a common PO number. This will prevent Mike and anyone else who is ordering books from having to do a purchase order every single time. And but you'll still get a unique invoice from us, and it'll still display on the weekly sheet. So let me pull that weekly sheet up. I had John send it to me earlier so we could see it. So this is the HC Pro only part. We do fill in the cost center and the GL. That's why we need it in the product record. This is our vendor reference number. That will remain. That is our individual work order. This HC Pro PO number, that is what would be the common HC Pro PO number. Quantity would stay the same, price per piece would still be calculated, balance due, the job description, all of that stuff would still be being filled out per normal, finance use only. We don't do anything in that anyways. So everything would remain the same on our weekly invoice detail, just like it always does, with the exception of this number right here would either be blank, or if you decided you wanted us to use a a common one to identify it as one of the reorders, that's what it would be. So that's how I see this process working. I really appreciate your time. If you would have any questions, you're free to call me. That's my cell phone number, 676-0788, and that's my email address, mwilliams@ahgraphicsgroup.com. Thank you so much, and hope you guys find this information useful. Take care.